All right, this is Unit 1, Lesson 5, dividing integers. So last time we talked about multiplying integers. Now we're going to talk about dividing them. So divide integers. The expression -45 divided by 5 is an example of dividing integers with different signs. Since division and multiplication are inverse operations, one way to find the quotient is to use a related multiplication sentence. So think of this factor, 5 times what gives me -45? Well, 5 times -9 gives me -45. So -45 divided by 5 is -9. The dividend and the divisor have different signs, so the quotient is negative. The following division expressions are equivalent and have a quotient of -5. So -45 over 9 equals the same thing as -45 over 9, which equals 45 over -9. So you can have the negative sign out in front of the fraction or the division. You could have it in the numerator or the denominator. It means the same thing. So key concept, divide integers with different signs. The quotient of two integers with different signs is negative. So -10 divided by 5 is -2, and 10 divided by -5 equals -2. Okay, so example 1, find each quotient. -35 divided by 7, different signs. 35 divided by 7 is 5, so my answer is negative. For B, I have 64 divided by -8, different signs. 64 divided by 8 is 8, so my answer is negative. All right, let's try it out. -63 divided by 7. Okay, so different signs. When I divide, I get 9, and it's negative. Okay. Then I have 110 divided by -10. Again, different signs. So when I divide them, I will get -11. Okay. Key concept, divide integers with the same signs. So the quotient of two integers with the same sign is positive. -10 divided by -5 equals 2, and 10 divided by 5 equals 2. Two negatives make a positive, two positives make a positive. Okay. You can use multiplication and division sentences to find the quotient of integers with the same sign. So again, just like we did previously, -3 times what gives me 36? Well, 12. -12 gives me 36, so 36 divided by -3 is -12. The quotient is always positive when both integers are positive or both integers are negative. All right, so let's try it. Find each quotient. 48 divided by 12, just a regular division problem, that's 4. Okay. 56 divided by 8 is 7. They're both negative, so my answer is positive. For 2a, -35 divided by -5, so they're both negative, so my answer is positive, so it's 7. And then 39 divided by 3 is 13. Okay. You can use the rules for dividing integers to evaluate algebraic expressions. Example 3, evaluate each expression if x equals -6 and y equals -3. So I substituted my values, simplify, and then divide. Okay, so 12y becomes 12 times y, or 12 times -3. Then I'm dividing by my x value, which is -6. 12 times -3 is -36, divided by -6 is +6. Okay, for B, I have -5x over y. So -5 times x is -5 times -6, or 30 divided by -3, which is -10. All right, so let's try it. 2y divided by x. So I have 2 times -3, and then I'm dividing that by -6. Okay, well, 2 times 3 is 6. 6 divided by -6 is -1. I'm sorry, +1. 2 times -3 equals -6. -6 is +1. Okay, so I have 3 times -6 divided by -3. 3 times -6 is -18. Okay. Negative and a negative make a positive. This is like saying -1 out front. So this is going to be divided by 3. So -18 divided by 3 gives me -6.
All right, mean or average. Division is used in statistics to find the average or mean of a set of data. To find the mean of a set of numbers, I find the sum of the numbers and then divide by the number of items in the set. So example 4, the wind chill temperatures in degrees Fahrenheit for 7 days are shown below. Find the mean and interpret the quotient. So I have -6, -5, 2, -10, 1, negative 9, and 6. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points in our data set. So I'm going to divide by 7. I'm going to add all these together. Negative 6 plus negative 5 plus 2 plus negative 10 plus 1 plus negative 9 plus 6 is negative 21. Negative 21 divided by 7 gives me negative 3. So the mean wind chill temperature is negative 3 degrees Fahrenheit. All right, so let's try it. Linda has scores of negative 3, negative 2, 1, 0, and 4 during 4 rounds of golf. I want to find the mean and interpret the quotient. So there's 4 numbers, so I'm going to add them together. Negative 3 plus negative 2 plus 1 plus 0 is negative 4. Negative 4 divided by 4 is negative 1. So this means her average score is 1 below par, which is actually good. You want a negative score in golf, okay? So 1, negative 1 below par. For 4B, the last 4 transactions Jessie posted in her checkbook were negative 35, 23, negative 156, and 60. Find the mean and interpret the quotient. So again, I want to add these together. So I have 35 plus 23 plus negative 156 plus 60. So it's negative 108. So negative 108, and then I want to divide that by 4 because there's 4 transactions, which is negative 27. So that means she has a loss of $27 on average. So concept summary, operations with integers. So I have adding integers, same sign, add their absolute values. The sum has the same sign as the integers. And different signs, I subtract absolute values. The sum has the same sign as the integers with the greater absolute value. So same sign, they're friends, you add them together. Different signs, they're enemies, you subtract, and whichever one is greater wins. So in this case, negative 3 plus 2, negative 3 is larger. 3 is larger than 2, so my answer will be negative. So 3 minus 2 is 1. Okay. Subtracting integers, to subtract an integer, I add its additive inverse. So 3 minus 5 becomes 3 plus negative 5. Different signs, I subtract them. 3 minus a negative 5 becomes 3 plus 5, or 8. When I'm multiplying and dividing integers, the same sign, the product or quotient is positive, and different signs, the product or quotient is negative. So if it has an even number of negative signs, it's a positive number. If it has an odd number of negative signs, the answer is negative. All right, and that is the end of Unit 1, Lesson 5.